What's up my angels, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is a fun time over here. So today's video I'm really excited about filming. I'm going to be giving you my personal results after 12 weeks of using the Phillips Lumea Prestige at home IPL hair remover kit. Christ, that's a mouthful. So basically what I'm going to do today is go through all of the pros and cons, show you some before and after pictures, explain why I liked it, why I didn't, is it worth it, is it not, and hopefully just give you a little bit more info if you're thinking about buying one. So you may have seen I did a little video on this guy before, which I will link in the description down below. If you haven't watched that, it was basically me unboxing this, doing a little demo, showing you how to use it, how it works, explaining the whole IPL, what it is, what it's supposed to do. So if you haven't already, I would recommend watching that video first and then coming back over here. But basically what this machine is supposed to do in a quick old nutshell is zap your hair follicles, put the follicle into the resting stage and give you nice smooth skin to stop you looking like a baby gorilla. So first things first, this is the machine. This is what it looks like. It's not too heavy. I mean, you know it's there. If you hit someone with it, it would hurt. Don't do that. You get your little attachments that go on the front and they just clip in here. So there's 3 different attachments. One for larger areas, aka legs. Then you get a little one for your face, and then there's another attachment for your underarms and your bikini area. You can use it corded or cordless, however, it is a lot slower if you use it cordless. So I've used it the entire time with it plugged in, just because I have not got the patience. I need to sneeze and it's not coming, you know, and you've got to sneeze and it won't come, but it won't disappear. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to go through all of the areas that I use this on and how it works on each area, show you some before and after pictures, because I know that's what you want to see. And I'm going to give it a mark out of 10 as well, just so that you can gauge how impressed or not impressed I was. So the first area was my underarms. Now, I feel like for women, we literally have to shave our underarms every single day. Men as well, if you shave yours. It's a nightmare, and the hair always seems to be a lot thicker on your underarms. So I was quite looking forward to seeing how well this had worked. I have to be honest, I was so impressed. This was probably the area that it worked the best on my whole body, was the underarms. After 2 sessions, so that's like your day 1 usage, and then 2 weeks later after that, my underarm hair had already stopped growing in quite a lot of patches. All of your hairs won't stop growing at the same time. They'll all be in different growth cycles, so that's why you need to keep using it throughout so many weeks so that you can get all of those hairs in the resting phase. But it seemed to work really quickly. I don't know if it's because the hairs are darker and thicker that it works so well, but I was really impressed. If you've watched the first video, you will have seen that it takes seconds to do. 15 seconds, whole underarms is done. Did it get every single hair? No. Was there still some hair growing through? Yes, but it was barely noticeable, to the point where I could go almost a week without shaving my underarms and you wouldn't be able to visibly see anything. You would be able to feel a slight little bit of peach fuzz if you touched on it, but that is it. So my score for how well this worked on the underarms is a 9 out of 10, and the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because it doesn't get rid of all the hairs. So you will still have to shave, you just have to do it a lot less. Next area, because we're working our way down the body, is the stomach, kind of snail trail. Don't know what the attractive name of that is. Like navel, belly button, I don't know. Like that, you know what I mean? That sort of snail traily area between your belly button and the top of your bikini line. Again, I was actually really impressed with this. I haven't really got much hair there. Like most people, you just sort of have like light, fluffy hairs. But it seemed to work really well. It seemed to target most of the hairs. I'd say about 80% of them were seen to be in the resting phase. So again, you do need to shave a little bit, but not too much. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for the snail trail. Next, down there on the bikini line. Also down there, not on the bikini line. If you know what I mean, I'm not saying it. We're not getting demonetized today, Satan. This has an attachment for the bikini line. Now, I thought, would it be a massive issue if we just went a bit under the bikini line and just did like the top of the area? Would that be an issue? I did it. It wasn't an issue. And I was pretty impressed. The only thing is, with doing your bikini line, you have to be some sort of contortionist. Now, as women, I know that we're quite good at this, because to get all of the hairs when you're shaving around that bikini line area, you have to bend and stretch in places that you never thought you would need to before. So if you're used to shaving down there, it's pretty much the same thing. You have to get like your angles right and then make sure the light's on and like twist around. So that can be a little bit uncomfortable, and you have to remember that the skin down there is a lot more sensitive than anywhere else on the body. Don't be whacking it up to an intensity level 5 thinking that you're brave, because I guarantee you after 5 zaps you'll be bringing it back down to a 3. Did it remove all of the hair down there? No. Was my bikini line smooth and holiday ready all the time? No, but it did remove quite a lot of the hair and stop it from regrowing, and also the remaining hair that carried on growing through came back a lot thinner and a lot fairer. So again, pretty happy with it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 just because it is so goddamn awkward, and you definitely should not be putting this too close to your lady garden. Just it's not the heat, the laser, the zapping, you don't want that too close down there. So last but not least, moving on to the legs. Now, this is the area that I had the most love-hate relationship with. It takes a long time to do. I haven't got very big legs, they're pretty long, but they're not like big, so the surface area is not too great, but it does seem to take forever. I would definitely not advise doing your legs unless you've got this plugged in at the wall, because you will be there for days. I would say that it takes me about half an hour to do both of my legs, which doesn't sound like too long. You know, it's one episode of Coronation Street, but when you're like laying, trying to get the right angles, and you've also got to pay attention to where you've done, where you haven't done, it is difficult. It's especially difficult to get the backs of your legs and around your calves. Behind the knee can be an absolute bitch. Don't even get me started on the amount of times that I've ended up with like a weird shaving rash looking thing behind the knee, maybe because the skin there is more sensitive. In terms of how well it actually stops my hair from growing, I don't know. It definitely did stop some of the hairs, but I would say probably like 60%. The other 40% were still growing. They were living it up, still growing on there. They did not care. This is supposed to break the cycle of hair regrowth. And some of my hairs were out there like, no, we're not breaking today, sir. And for me, it just seems like a lot of effort without a lot of results. Obviously, you are doing this every 2 weeks for the first 8 weeks, and then you're supposed to do it like every 4 for a touch-up. But to be honest, I didn't really think my legs got to the stage where they would only need a touch-up. It felt like I needed to continuously do this every 2 weeks. Does it hurt? No. There are some more sensitive areas. Like I said, behind your knees can be painful. And the ankles, oh, the ankles. I really struggled, as you would have seen in my last video, to get round the ankles. Mine are quite bony, so it doesn't help, because then when you haven't got a flat surface to put this on, it won't light up, you can't press it, you can't zap it. So I'm gonna give the legs a 7. And what that means in my world is, would I use it again? Yes, if I had the time. Is it my holy grail for making sure I've got nice smooth legs in the summer? No. So overall, with this little machine, I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, which is actually a pretty good result. Like I've just said, legs, hit or miss. It's a love and hate relationship. But underarms, bikini line, snail trail, tell me what the nice way is to say that. Very impressed. It's something that I'm definitely going to carry on using. I do wonder if you actually need to test it for a little bit longer than 3 months. As you've seen in my before and after photos, you can actually really see where sort of the bald patches are, where the hair has stopped growing. So I'm hoping that with continued use, the results are only going to get better. Do I think this is worth £399, as that is what it is currently priced at John Lewis? I think it depends how important hair removal is to you. If you're someone that really does like to try and have the smallest amount of body hair known to man, if you want to be a smooth dolphin the majority of the time, I would highly recommend buying this. If you're someone that thinks, do you know what, I'll cope with shaving every 2 to 3 days, then no, probably spend your money on something else. So that is my overall review of this little guy. I hope it's made sense. It's kind of hard to do a review on something like this because I feel it's a really personal thing. It obviously really depends on your skin tone, your hair type, how bothered you are about having hair on your body or not. So hopefully I've managed to compile that into a video that sort of explains it. If you're looking to buy the Phillips Lumea, I'm going to search all over the place for some offers for you, and I'll pop them in the descriptions down below, so hopefully you can get some discount. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.